So part of what I've been doing now is, you may have seen, we try to start this new Jamboree Jumpstart program to help out new consultants as well as any consultants that have kind of been around the block but trying to get their business started again. And today's topic was actually on, we like to call it sharing the opportunity. Ooh, let me turn off the fan. Oh, maybe can you hear me okay still?
I can hear you. You're good.
Okay, cool. We're talking about sharing the opportunity, or AKA recruiting, and I gave like a full-on 15-minute talk. Not that it's going to take 15 minutes here today, but I wanted to give some thoughts into us. Okay, because if we're thinking about, if we're going to think about getting recruits, I don't know where it's happened, but I think somewhere down the line, of course not Danielle, but somewhere it's gotten spread into the world of Jamboree that recruiting, I know we hear this term, it's a numbers game. Okay, to a degree it is, but I'll say this. It doesn't matter how many random women I go ask out on a date. If I don't look attractive in general, I'm really reducing the chances of that happening. I only bring that up because I think with recruiting, it's not necessarily just going up and asking the whole world, hey, will you join my team? If we think about it, and I think this goes for almost every new consultant that I've spoken with, they've joined because they've had someone that was a sponsor that friended them, shared Jamboree with them, or maybe it's a family member that's brought them into the kind of the fold of Jamboree. The reason why I say that is because I like to look at recruiting as not just a one-stop shop. I like to look at it as a situation that kind of starts, I like to call it the relationship to recruiting pipeline. And simply put, and welcome all these new people that are jumping on, awesome. I like to look at recruiting in steps of, it's very much relationship based. I look at it as, okay, we got to get a relationship with someone, and then we got to move that relationship to the point of sharing. Why is the sharing important? Because the friendship opens up the door for someone to be okay with us sharing with them. If we think about any friends that we got, right, we can recommend do a recommendation to a movie, recommendation to a restaurant. But hopefully with a lot of these people, and we've probably done a lot of this already, is you want to share Jamboree with them. I guess the easiest thing to do if they don't live local is to send them like a wrap or something along with, I always encourage consultants, like every consultant I talk to make a little 5-minute tutorial video of themselves of how to put the jams on like one finger. That way, they always have that on the ready to send out to their girlfriends. So that way, not only are you sending them a sample, you're sending them a tutorial video, which gives them the idea of, hey, this is so easy as Jane Doe's can do it. And you let them know it just takes them 5 minutes. That way, we're not getting the excuse of like, hey, I don't have time or this is complicated. That hopefully they are trying it on. And I say that because I feel like with Jamboree, it's so important for everybody to have that, I'd say the aha moment where they're doing this thing and they're like, oh my gosh, these are so cute. Johnny, Danielle, I get why you're so jazzed about it. That's why you're sharing this with me, okay? And that's going to naturally kind of happen if we think of friendship, sharing, they're going to try on the jams. I mean, if they have a good application, try on a sample, that is a bulk of the work to get them interested in Jamboree. But here's kind of the next thing, and I actually sat down with our president, Stacy Silva, talking a little bit about this, is that, there's a definite jump to get from someone that's interested in their product to all of a sudden becoming a recruit. I will say this much. Danielle has done a good job because I've coached a number of her gals where they've been like customers for a long time. And then they decided to jump on board and become a recruit. That is awesome that she's done that because that means she's nurtured these friendships with these people all along this time versus not making it like a one-night stand type of situation, but really kind of foster a friendship or relationship. I know there's other leaders out there that do it. I just know Danielle does it very well.
Thanks, Johnny.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I give her a lot of props on it. I mean, I don't know. Don't go sharing this with everyone else, but I'm like, Danielle's a great leader that y'all get to be under her. She knows what she's doing. I get like more recruits from her than I guess anybody else, to be honest. So that's great. I think that says something. It gets me excited, and they seem to receptive well. Anyway, getting back to my point, we got a point where they're interested in Jamboree, and we want to get them to become a recruit. And I think, well, what's kind of the intermediary step? I like to say it's someone hosting a party. And I'll say this because a lot of times a guest or a friend maybe won't be ready to be a recruit yet, but they may be down to host a party for us. And I like that because someone that hosts a party, if they host it and it goes well, they are a lot more, I like to say, like buttered up, basted like a turkey. They're just more primed and ready to become our next recruit. Because think about it, if a host is a happy host, meaning their party went well, they worked well with us, we got some kind of working relationship / friendship, and now they have the confidence basically of how to do a party. When we have that conversation with that host, like, hey, girlfriend, you knocked it out of the park. You did such a good job. I love working with you. We're never letting things, too much time get between us. Sister, you got to join my team. You're just a natural at this. That conversation is not weird. It's totally natural. It's like I look at it as like, hey, if I've been dating someone seriously for a long time, they're probably going to be expecting me to maybe like propose to them, or either it's going to break up. One of the two is going to happen. And I think with Jamboree, this is no different. It's that whole relationship business of like, all right, the party was rocking. Of course, that person's going to know the recruiting question's going to happen. But it's totally cool at that point because now they've built up the confidence of how to do that. Okay, I want to say this now. Easier said than done because we want to get these people to become hosts. And one of the things that I thought this was great, I sat down with Stacy, our president, and I rarely get to sit down with her. She's busy. For me to get a picture with her, it's like you guys trying to get a picture with her at JamCon. It's nuts. Same thing with Elizabeth. And why I bring that up is because Stacy was saying we need to be planting the seeds ahead of time with a lot of our guests or a lot of our friends that before we really invite them almost to do a party, maybe have them watch us do a party, or maybe they're going to be involved in a party. We essentially want them to feel like this is easy to do, it's simple, it's duplicatable. All these kind of things, and Stacey always said, I don't know if I should say this, but almost in a way of not being too polished. I mean, I want it to be a good, like, awesome party. But the idea of I don't have to be 100% polished because I don't want my guests or friends feeling like, well, shoot, I'm not Johnny, I'm not Danielle, I'm not Stacey Soa that just done 500 of these parties. I wouldn't be adequate enough. And I want us to be like, really just be ourselves, be our human selves to allow our guests and friends to feel like, yeah, you know what? Johnny did it. And it was just kind of a simple thing that he did. He called it a party, but great. It totally simply is doable. I watched him. I could totally do this. This is going to encourage people to want to actually host a party. And I spent so much time on this today because I feel like the bigger pool of people we have that are potential hosts, great, because it's going to be that pool that we can work with to hopefully have a successful party and then it would become our next recruit. But if their party does not go good, I mean, it's hard for me to have a conversation with so-and-so, like my sister Angela. If she hosted a party for me and it didn't go well, I'd be like, well, Angela, I'm sorry your party didn't go well. Sorry, there's a lot of engagement. Do you want to join my team? Like, she would look at me and like roll her eyes and be like, are you kidding me? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And so I don't want any of us to have that conversation. I want it to be like, hey, the party was rocking. It went really good. And so bringing this all from the big picture perspective, I looked at it as, okay, we had that friendship, which led to the sharing, which led to the interest, which then led to this whole party, simplicity, replicatable, okay, I did it, I can do it, to then becoming a recruit. And then if someone does honestly become a recruit, it's not like we're reinventing the wheel. We're teaching them the same exact principles, but we got to make sure that this recruit has gone through some of these steps so that they know what they're doing by the time they become a recruit. Okay, I've done a heck of a lot of talking, just like my coaching calls. Are there any comments or thoughts? I know we got a heck of a lot of gals here, and it's exciting to see everyone on here. You guys feeling what I'm saying? Or is it just like, whoa, I didn't think about it that way, Johnny? I don't know.
Who does he sound like, guys?
Oh, do I really? That's funny. 100%. Okay. Oh, that's hilarious. Hey, well, that's good. We're teaching the same principles. I don't know. It's funny because, guys, I mean, this is just more me being just talking. I just thought, like, well, I'm talking a lot of Danielle's gals here. I know she's teaching them really good, and I'm thinking, what am I going to bring that's different? And I'll say this. Sometimes we don't bring something different, but just hearing it from someone else's mouth either reinforces the idea, or maybe someone says something that they're like, it's like the 7th time they've heard it. They're like, oh, okay, that idea makes sense. Um, and
Yes.
I don't even know Danielle's, her whole team, how it all operates. But I'll say this, because some of you gals, I think, are a lot more experienced with Jamboree. So I've been with Jamboree since 2014. I didn't know what in the world I was getting into, right? I'm just a regular dude looking for a job, and I found Jared, the president at the time, and through the process, I've just seen Jamboree grow, and myself included with it. One of the things that it used to concern me that I didn't come from like 20 years of direct selling, so who am I to think I'm going to be coaching people? Well, interestingly, in the short amount of time that I've been here, one of the things that I've seen happening back in the day, I think a lot of us are aware of this, is that the 2014 boom of Jamboree was a lot of these Facebook parties, and it was a lot of these kind of one-night stand type situations. We didn't have to do customer follow-up. We didn't have to do even follow up with our hosts to see if they want to be a recruit. Like people, I guess, would wake up and there'd be recruits in their mailbox, so to speak. And great, that's not today. And I say that because not in a discouraging way, but I can't name names. I'm not going to name names. I don't know, maybe I'll get in trouble for this. But I know of some higher ups that are still teaching these unfortunate methods, which is basically me as one going out to many and hoping that all of my sales tactics and Facebook posts and gimmicks and gadgets or whatever is going to make all the difference to get people to be like, yes, I want to join, or I want to do a party, I want to buy everything from you. And I tell you time and time again, every single day when I get coaching calls, every time one of those conversations happens, like, yeah, I tried this technique, and they tried this basic Facebook script to try to follow it, and they didn't do any of this rapport or relationship building. Like, come on, let's put ourselves in the shoes of the friend. You haven't talked to me in 5 years. First thing out of your mouth is, can you come by for me? It doesn't sit well. Common sense says, oh yeah, duh. But sometimes we're just so excited about Jamboree, we love it, and we want to share it with everyone. True. A good way to do that, though, is to just catch up with them as human beings, and I'm sure a lot of us are doing that. And I'm seeing some nods here, so I'm just thinking I am repeating everything Danielle's saying.
But it's so good. It's awesome. Yeah. I love it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and it's funny because I think, all right, here's also a thing. Here's a reality is that, and then I'll close it up here soon, but, our product is very much a show and tell product in the sense that, hey, we look at our hand and we're like, oh my gosh, this is so cute, I love it. I know that online, a lot of that doesn't happen. Hopefully with none of us girls here, but I know there's gonna be some girls that will get tempted, maybe they took coach, that will want to just, they maybe do some things decent. They may personally message someone. Maybe they'll even catch up with them. Maybe they'll even get the personal invitation that, hey, you want to join this Facebook party? I bet maybe that person even, out of courtesy or friendship, even engages in some of the posts. Okay, that's like not bad. In fact, that's a lot better than a lot of Facebook parties I see out there. Here's one thing that definitely needs to happen. I mentioned it earlier in the call today. I would love for this friend of mine to actually try on a jam. So can I snail mail them something? Can I send them a tutorial video? Because those written instructions, let's be honest, no one's going to follow that. And if I send them the Jamboree, professional video, that does work, but it also sends a message, you might have to be a professional to do this. And I want people's guard to be down. I want them to feel like, hey, I'm just your friend. I just want to share this with you. I'm excited about it, and I'm going to make this as simple as possible for you. I look at it as, how many of these hurdles can we remove to get people interested in Jamboree? Great. They may be interested to buy, maybe make a wish list. What's the next hurdle that we want to remove? We want to get them to have a party. Well, was there engagement in the party? Did it seem like it was simple? It was fun. It's replicatable. They could do it to their friends. Or did they feel like, oh goodness, I was totally sold to. I felt like I was manipulated. Even though I love Jamboree, I don't want to host a party now because I feel like I have to sell to my friends. That I don't want to burn those bridges. And it's a very real conversation that happens in people's minds without them maybe necessarily saying it. So I'm looking at, let's remove all of those potential hurdles. Let's get it from the friendship first. Let's get the sample on them. And it doesn't have to be overcomplicated. And you can't quote me on this one, but I'm like, I get consultants all the time saying, Johnny, I just started out, what do I need to do? And I don't tell them go to JAMU. Honestly, I'm like, look, here, let me give you 15 minutes of some straight stuff that you need to hear, and it's about the stuff we talked about today. It's like, that's what it needs to be done. It's like, okay, friendship, sharing, sampling, hosting parties, recruiting. I know you hear the term book, sell, recruit, book, sell, recruit. that's essentially what we're trying to do. I think just sometimes people or consultants, we don't know how to go about it, but that's what I'm hopefully giving us some stepping stones of understanding how to do it with a bit of enthusiasm and energy. And so it's interesting because that's how those other direct selling companies have done it in the past. And we're kind of in a stage where, hey, that's where we're going to make it happen now. And last nugget I'll share, because I could talk all night, is if we think about,
like me.
I know we all hear this, oh, my in-home parties do better than my online parties. It's completely obvious to me as to why, and I think a lot of consultants see this too. It's, okay, well, there's a synergy, there's an energy, everyone's in that room. Of course, like, duh, that makes sense. Like, everyone's in the room, and here's the big thing: they're all trying out the jams. So yeah, you're not. I mean, for me, like as a host of a party, like, okay, unless someone's really adamant about not wanting to try it on, I'm at a dinner party. The ladies are around, the little daughters are around. I bust up my manicure set. We're all doing jams. I can't even get paid for it. I work at home office, but you know what? They're interested. You bust it out. I mean, I've been telling some of these moms, like, you don't even have to be at a freaking. Sorry, I'm getting passionate about it. You don't have to be at a party. If you're at dance class with the other, or your kids are in dance and you're in the lobby, you don't even have to like say anything. You can just bust out the manicure set. You're gonna get some interest. I mean, we don't really have to force this. When you say Jamboree sells itself, hey, as long as we can be like a good cordial person, and we already know we're excited about Jamboree. If anything, I'm always having to reel people back and be like, okay, calm down. Let's not get into sales mode. I know you're excited. Let's get that friendship going first. If then when it comes appropriate, we can share that enthusiasm. So simplicity, guys, we can do it. Friendshipping, which leads to the sharing, to the sampling, and then removing those hurdles to get those hosts and the recruits. Okay, I think I'm done speaking, everyone. Thanks so much for letting me join on today's call. And
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, hopefully it was good.
It was
if
awesome.
If you need anything else or follow up, I know I'm probably not I'm not a national sales manager. I'm guessing all you guys are out of your fast cart. Shoot me a message, Facebook message, email. We can totally have a chat because, truth be told, I have a lot. I know everyone thinks I'm busy at Jamboree. I am up until JamCon. It's a nightmare. And then after JamCon, the whole world like slows down. And now that I'm doing these like Jamboree Jumpstart, they're basically like webinars I'm doing like once a day. And so I'm doing less personal coaching calls. So if any of you feel like, Johnny, I want to pick your brain, yeah, I'm here for you too. So, or you got your national sales managers, or you got Danielle. I know, contrary to popular belief, Jamboree's home office is not out there to get you. We honestly are here to help everybody out. And so, love you guys. I want every one of you to succeed. The information I give you is with the same kind of love and respect and honesty as if you were my blood sister, that I just want you to succeed. And that's that. So, okay, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Take care. See
Thanks,
you.
Johnny.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Great job. Congrats.